Okay, here's question 2 on the March Foundation non-calculator paper. There's a diagram here. First part of the question, mark with arrows, and they've told you what to do there. So there's those double arrows, a pair of parallel lines. Okay, parallel lines. So I need to mark on this diagram here with a set of arrows, a pair, that's 2 parallel lines. So I'm going to use a ruler to help me with this, right? Now, I could see them straight away, but parallel lines are like the edges of this ruler, right? They're always an equal distance apart, right? And they never meet. So if I look at the lines in here, right, there's some obvious ones. So these 3 here are not parallel, they obviously meet up here. But I need to look at combinations of these, and I could see straight away, see that line there and that line there. You could actually, I could put the ruler on there to show that those 2 lines are actually almost on opposite edges of the ruler and they are parallel. So that is my answer, and I'm going to do exactly what the exam question asked me to do. I'm going to put these arrows here to indicate that those 2 lines are parallel. So I picked up that 1 mark there. That's done, dusted. The next part of the question says measure the length of the line RT. So there's R, there's T. This is the line here that they want me to measure. So if the other thing I'm going to look for is in the question place itself, it says centimeters. So they want me to measure how many centimeters long is RT. And if I look at that, now I'm thinking that's just over 7.5. That's 7 centimeters. That's 7.5 centimeters. And there's just one more. So I'm going to put 7.6 centimeters there. Now you can't see that too well on the diagram, but if you do this on a question paper, there's always a leeway in these sort of questions. So if you're 1 above or 1 below, it shouldn't matter too much, right? But I know I'm going to get the mark for that. Then the question asks, what type of angle is angle X? Now, when you think about types of angles, you're thinking acute, obtuse, reflex, or right angle, but I know that's an acute angle. It's less than 90 degrees, so ACUTE. It's an acute angle. Another mark sorted there. Now here's for the last part. The question wants us to measure the size of angle Y. It wants to measure an angle, and for that you need a protractor. Okay, you'll get this as part of your set in the exam, but you need to make sure you know how to use it. So I'm going to get the crosshairs of the protractor right on top of the corner of this angle, and then line it up. Now you can see there that that's perfectly lined up. Now, whenever you're measuring an angle, you start from the scale beginning with 0. So I'm going to work my way all the way, so you can see 0, 10, 20, and so on, all the way up to, and it's angle Y that I want to measure, so it goes all the way up to here. There are a lot of lines in here to make it confusing, but the angle that I want to measure is angle Y. And you can see that that angle is bigger than 90 degrees. So if I get my protractor back in place, okay, spot on there, I could see it goes all the way up to 125. So the size of the angle is 125 degrees. And again, if you're 1 or 2 out, you will get the mark. But this is a pretty straightforward question. Parallel lines, measuring an angle, stating the type of angle, and measuring a line and then measuring an angle. Okay, these are pretty straightforward techniques. Make sure you know them. Got full marks so far.